Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We're excited for you. If some of it does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. So we're going to do what's the tea? What's the tea? I should say we're going to use, not we're going to do, but whatever. We got 1 on the table, 2, 3 on the table, 4, 5 on the table. Six, 7, 8. Let's do one more shuffle. 9. 10 with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this over here. We've got Grudge Holder, Drama Starter, Girl Fight, Played Out, Divination Abuser, Inside Scope, Bankrupt, Running, Wants You Back, bottom of the deck, Bad Karma. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. I am kind of picking up on the vibe that this is a feminine. I mean, you could take that as it resonates. It could be a masculine and feminine energy. But I'm getting like feminine energy. Whoever this grudge holder is. Someone's holding a grudge against you. I'm not going to lie. You might look at this person as a drama starter. Someone that with the girl fight card, like, you may not have known at first, but then you realize this person thought that the two of you were in competition. For you, the situation's played out. Like, I'm guessing you don't have anything to do with this person. Or very little, very little contact. This person's a divination abuser, so probably into some type of black magic, moon magic, candle magic, kitchen magic, whatever. Trying to put spells on people when really they should just concentrate on themselves, of course. This is someone that looks you up online, that's constantly looking at your social media to see what's going on with you. This is someone that, if you have mutual friends, maybe they're asking mutual friends about you. This is someone that could be having money issues. When the bankrupt card comes out, I usually get like 2 things. So yeah, they could be bankrupt or again have money issues, low funds, that kind of thing. But also with the bankrupt card, like they show this person drinking, right? Probably like a can of beer or something like that. They could be morally bankrupt, all right? Don't forget that. And for me, this person, like, it wouldn't shock me. Like, if they're a divination abuser, if they thought the two of you were competing in some type of way for something or someone, they're probably very low on the morals and the value scale. Probably pretty low vibrational. This person, they could be a runner, but you could have run from them. Again, if you thought this person was played out, the friendship, the relationship, whatever between you was played out, you might have ran from them. This person wants you back, but I think the main reason why they want you back is to dump some of their karma onto you. Because if they did you wrong in some type of way, but they can get you to take them back, you'll take on some of their karma. This person also wants to come back to test you. With the girl fight card. Pardon me, I was not... Okay, I wasn't even yawning, and now all of a sudden I'm yawning. I feel like it's the energy. But I hate to say that because, I'm old. Maybe I just got tired all of a sudden. With the girl fight card, it says arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. This person wants to come back and test you because if the two of you stop being friends or stop being in a relationship because they were treating you poorly, they want to come back and treat you poorly again. And if this person, so let me just say this, if you're online or you're talking to other friends about how you were treated in the past by this person and you're open and honest about it, maybe you post about it on your social media like I do. This person might have heard about it, might have seen it. They're not gonna come in. Don't get me wrong, they're gonna come in and pretend to be sweet, but it's almost like they're deliberately pretending to be sweet, like sugarcoat, because they know that it's bullshit, and they're gonna do it because they're gonna test you. They're gonna come in and they're gonna be like, "Hi, I know we haven't talked in like 2, 3, 4, 5 months. But I really miss you. Like, how come we don't hang out anymore?" And then they're going to be like, "I heard you're posting stuff online that isn't true. Or how come you think I did you wrong when I didn't do anything? All I did was steal your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You can find another one. I already dumped them." Like, I feel like this person is going to come in like with this fake sugar kind of attitude. And it's just coding the shit that they're going to speak, thinking that if they talk to you in a certain way, in a certain manner, maybe you'll fall for their bullshit. But at the same time, they know you're not going to fall for your bullshit. They're going to do it anyway because they're antagonistic. They're narcissistic. They might be a little sociopath, psychopath, mental illness going on there. Because let me say it like this. If this person comes in and feeds you this load of bullshit and you fall for it, this person just scored the biggest game in history. Do you know what I mean? Like, this person, they're going to be able to unload their karma onto you. Like, it would be a feat that they did not think they would be able to pull off, but they needed to try because they're that egotistical. Because again, for them, it's always a competition. If you fall for it, oh my God, like this person, oh. Like, I see my past person, my ex-best friend, I could just see her in my mind's eye, like coming in, saying some bullshit, and I fall for it. And I could just see the look on her face, like being happy, like, I made this stupid bitch fall for it again. No, honey, you're not gonna. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. But yeah, like this person, I feel like for most of you, it's almost comical. I feel like for some of you that this person will come in and they might give you some type of like sob story, and you might like be like that close to believing it, and then you're gonna be like, no thanks. Oh man, flipping people. Yeah, I really think that you ran from this person. I think you figured out who they were and you ran, because look at this. Played out shows someone running, like they're all runners, sprinting, and this feminine is running. I really think whoever you are, you ran from this person. And you guys take how it resonates. This person could have really done you dirty, or this person could have just given you bad vibes and you were like, I'm not doing this anymore. Either way, totally justified in leaving the situation if you didn't, you know what I mean? I mean, you shouldn't have to deal with, no one should have to deal with bullshit like that. And the whole competing thing, you guys know how I feel about that. The only person you should be competing against is yourself, for yourself. You know? Who gives a fuck about anybody else? You know, I don't care about the Joneses. I don't care that they have like a nice new car over there. I don't care that my neighbor Julie has this beautiful artwork on her wall that I wish I had. Like, I'm not gonna run out and buy, $1,000 painting to be like, oh, look what I got. Don't you think it's just as nice as yours? Like, no, no. I never. What's funny is I often think about the ex-best friend and the way she dresses and the way she does her makeup and the way she does her hair. And I always think about me and how I do my own thing. And I think it's funny because I will literally think back on the past with her, like being at her place, helping her get dressed, me getting dressed, all the bullshit that she would have to go through to get ready, like, oh, do my makeup, do my hair, put on this cute little tight tank top, do this, do that. When I think back on some of those memories and I look back on her, she always looked the same. Like, she never changed anything. Like, she never changed up, like, the type of colors she wore. She never changed. Like, once she started dyeing her hair black, she stopped changing the color. She did dye it like a black with a blue tint. Maybe she still does. I have no idea. But it's to cover all her gray because she has supposedly completely gray hair since her mom passed away. I don't know. Never seen it. But it's kind of funny because even when the two of us were still friends, I always thought of her as a Cupid doll or a rag doll. Like, one of her favorite songs was Aerosmith's Rag Doll, which is kind of sad and pathetic, but whatever. You should go listen to the song. It's not very flattering in my opinion, and just in my opinion. But it was her favorite song. Go figure. But yeah, I always thought of her as like a little Cupid doll because she never changed. She was overdone, always overdone, too much makeup, too like slutty clothing, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can dress how you want to dress, and I dress provocative sometimes too, but when you do that all the time, when you put that off as your image, and it's like now I realize she was doing that on purpose. She was doing it on purpose. I didn't realize that's what she was looking for, that she was looking for a lot of sexual partners, men and women, Like, I didn't realize that she's out there trying to trap men so that they'll pay for her shit. Now I realize that, the last couple months that I spent with her, she was talking to this guy online. I think he was from, I don't think it was Ohio. I thought it was like Connecticut or New Hampshire or something. But he was married and they had like 4 or 5 kids. They were all like a little bit older, I think, the kids. I think up to like early 20s, I want to say. And the wife was weird. Like she was disconnecting from him, I guess, almost like she wanted to separate and divorce, but she didn't tell him. They weren't talking about it. I don't know. It was a very strange situation. But my friend, whenever I would come over, she would take pictures of us together and send them to him. Just take pictures of yourself. What do you need me in the picture for? The first time that she did that, the first time that she sent him a picture of me and her, he sent her a nude. And they had been talking for months. And he sent her a nude for the first time after she sent him a picture of her and me. And I have to wonder, did he send her the nude because she promised him me? Like, oh, if I'm not enough for you, she's part of the package. Or did he send her the nude because he thought it would catch my interest, that she would show it to me? She did not. And I don't need to see that. Like the days of asking for, D pics and P pics, like for me that was like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I'm a grown ass adult. I don't really care what you got going on in there, That's not like my first priority. It never has been. But yeah, I wonder like how that played out. How many other women she had take pictures with her and sent them to him, or sent them to other people. She could have been sending my picture to God knows who. I have no idea. I think we took 3 pictures total over the course of a couple months, and she said that she was sending them to him. I have no idea. And all I know is his first name. I never knew his last name. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know. I just whenever I see competing on a card, whenever I feel it come out in a read, I just always think of that type of situation. I always think of the ex-best friend. I always think of how apparently we were competing for years and I didn't even realize it, because in my mind she was my best friend. She was my sister, the love of my life, Like I wasn't competing for anything with her. Like it wouldn't even occur to me. And I think I've told you guys before, like I always held her in a place of honor in my life. Like I said, she was my sister. She was my love. Like even if she said something to me and a little bell would go off in my head, I'd be like, no, it's okay. This is her. She's your best friend. You've been best friends since the 2nd grade. 2nd grade. What is that? We would have been, what, 7 or 8? Let's say we're 8. I'm 44. So that's 36 years ago? If we were still friends. And it's been 2 years. So technically we were friends for 34-ish years when I walked away and went no contact. But it never would have occurred to me that we were competing for anything. I hate that. I hate that. And I've told you guys before, I have that ex-friend at work that's like that. Like, what are we competing for? Like, what do you think we're competing for? I think she always thought, the friend at work, I think she always thought we were competing for men, even though she only likes black men and she told me I was a racist. But she thought we were competing for men. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Ugh. I hate competition. I love competing against myself. I love raising that bar for myself because I always want to see myself do better and better and better. But anybody else? No. No, I don't care if you're doing the same thing as me. Go ahead. But don't be looking at my paper. Don't be copying off of me. Figure out your own shit. Because I figure out my own shit. I don't steal from anybody else. I had someone come on here. Was it the week before I went on vacation or a couple weeks before I went on vacation? And she's like, your reading is very similar to one of the readers that I follow. And I was like, yeah, go figure. You know why? Because all readings are very similar. They just are. You know why? Because we're all human and we're all living the same experiences. We've all been cheated on. We've all been lied to. We've all been a third party. We've all been involved with a third party. We've all been married and had kids and have pets and have homes and moved and lost jobs and lost money. And you know what I mean? Like, we're all the same people on the same planet, living the same dream. Of course, a lot of reads are going to be very similar. And I just laughed because I'm thinking to myself, I think she told me who the reader was in the comment. I've never watched this reader before in my life. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're great. But I've never watched her. I could care less. I watched tarot for me. When I watch tarot for me, for my own insight, for my own knowledge, my own, so I know what's going on out there. So I know like what's going on with me. If I hear something that resonates, confirmation, I could care less about sitting there all day watching other readers and then copying their work. There's nothing to copy. In my opinion, there's nothing to copy. We all do similar readings. We all don't do similar readings. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah. I just remember I responded to her and I went, "Okay." And then I let it sit there for I think like 2 or 3 hours and there was no response. So I blocked well, you can't block it on YouTube. I hid it cuz you can hide it, which I guess is like blocking, but I was just like, you idiot, getting on here and accusing someone of stealing something, and then I respond, and then you don't respond because there's nothing to say. There's nothing to steal. There's nothing to steal. If I found out tomorrow that someone was out there copying my reads and trying to do them word for word, A, I might be a little flattered, and B, okay, like I don't really, I don't know what my, who cares? And I like to think not a lot of them, but quite a few of my reads end up being like affirmation like and not necessarily like a read. People are always out there looking for drama. They want romance. They want to, they want to know what their last partner is up to and da 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 da. And I'm over here telling you like you're on your right path and you're doing good. Like, to me, that's a good read. I could give a shit what my person from the past is doing. I got bamboozled into watching this reading where this guy talks about the person that cheated on you with the man that cheated on you with another woman and what happened to them on October 31st. It was an almost 13-minute video, and he's like, give me 5 minutes of your time. Okay, well, I gave you like 10. And all he said was, yeah, they met for the last time on October 31st and just decided to call their relationship quits. And I'm sitting there thinking, first of all, why did I even like feel the need to watch this? And B, who cares? Who cares? if two people that cheated on me are together or not. Who cares? I'm living my life. I'm living my dream right now. Why should I care about someone else? But yeah, you guys know how I hate competition. I think it's just so ridiculous. And the people that do that, like the ex-best friend and the ex-friend from work, like how desperate and lonely and bitter and angry and isolated and codependent, narcissistic, abusive, like how much do you have to be like that to do something like that, to compete for sex or men or women or jobs or things? Who cares? It reeks of desperation. It's pick me energy. It's really just, that's what it is. And I don't really like using that term, but that's really what it is. It's pick me energy. Pick me, pick me, pick me. I'm the better one, pick me. And then you get picked and you're like, okay, give me stuff. Do stuff for me. Hey, there's a kitty. Where's the other kitties, kitty? I think she's a flame point, almost like a Siamese, but not a Siamese. Yeah, pick me energy. Like, and then you pick them, like, oh yeah, pick this one. Like they're bright and shiny and new. And then they cheat on you, or they move on, or they treat you poorly, or they expect you to do everything for them because they're codependent and they're narcissistic. And anyway, this grudge holder very much gives off those type of vibes. And this divination abuse, like the more and more I look at this card, the more and more I'm of the belief that whoever this is, whatever magic they're doing, they might be doing all different kinds of things, sex magics, love spells, I don't know, moon magic, I don't know. Whatever they're doing, it's as they keep going on and keep doing it, keep abusing divination, they're forgetting things and they're not doing specific things. Like they're rushing the process, I guess you would say. So whereas, readers would tell you, oh, that's not going to stick to you because you have God's protection. Really, in all honesty, it's not going to stick to you because this person's not doing it right. this person doesn't know what they're doing. Because when I'm looking at it, right, and this person has cards, they have all these candles lit, but I'm thinking in my head, like, so they're just lighting a candle and saying like, oh, I hate so and so, make them pass, like, okay, that's not gonna happen. Like, I don't know, like there's something, like this person makes it easy for them, like they make it easy for themselves, but in reality, like they're not fulfilling what they're supposed to be doing when they make these spells, when they cast this black magic, and they just think it's going to push through anyway. Like, the devil will just push it through anyway. What do I say? The devil, God and the devil work hand in hand. Devil works for God. That's my opinion. But it makes sense when you think about it. Because the devil never wins. Don't get me wrong, he gets spoils from the war. But he doesn't win. If you make a contract with the devil and you say, hey, I'm going to bring you 20 souls and you're going to make me rich and famous. And the devil's like, sure, bring me those 20 souls. And you bring him 5. And your time is up. You owe me 15 souls or I'm going to take yours. By the time they say that to the person that owes them the 15 souls, they've already taken their soul. That soul is gone. People don't understand when they make deals with the devil. You should have made a deal with God instead. Because the devil doesn't give a shit about you. The devil's going to take whatever he can get. He's going to take whatever's left over that God doesn't want. He's going to take it. Including a jackass like this. Yes, I said it. Oh, and yesterday, if you watched one of the reads, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was one about the one about the STD, where the person had the STD and they were like passing it around and they weren't saying anything, and I was really pissed off because I was. And I think I called them a name or something, and I said, I don't care, I'll take on that karma. I did get a little karma last night. I did. Just like a little teensy, like a little bit. Did I hit my arm or hit my elbow or something? I didn't stub my toe. Something happened. Or I rolled over and I hit my shoulder funny. Something. I don't know. I know I got a little karma. I know I got it. Because as soon as it happened, I was like, I can't help it. I can't help it. All right, guys. I'm going to let it rest at that. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found me entertaining. I hope everybody is enjoying their Sunday. And I will talk to you later.